What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. And today we have the Alaska Airlines Fleet by Type video for you all. I really hope each and every one of you are excited for today's video. And without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. We have quite an awesome Alaska Airlines fleet to take a look at here today. We got some really cool models in here, and I'm really excited to show you all these different Chesters that we have. I'm really happy with the buildup of this collection since the last time that we took a look at it, and I'm really excited to see what we have going this time. So I really hope all of you are as well. Let's go ahead and get started, everybody. First and foremost, we have this Alaska Embraer E-175 for SkyWest with the enhanced winglets. This was the SkyWest release, the first one that came out in, say, 2018 or so. This is a good one. I've had it for quite some time now, so very glad to have it here. These have been really pivotal assets for Alaska, and certainly glad to see them around the region. Excited to see where they're going to go from here. This is the release that came out in 2022. Of course, I had to get a second one to give us some variety because for a long time I just had one, so SNA kind of struggled there a little bit. But nevertheless, glad to have this one. It's a really good one. Just some slight differences with the color and whatnot, but overall it looks really good. Actually, this is the first release. That one over there is the second release. I can tell by the color pretty easily. So I got it backwards a little bit, so apologies on that. But nevertheless, first release, second release. So overall, looking good for those two aircraft. Then we have this Alaska Embraer E-175 and the Honoring Those Who Serve livery. Quite an awesome livery with a great purpose right here for Horizon Air. It's a really cool one that Gemini did. Despite some wing flex, it's still a really quality addition. So I'm certainly very glad to have it in my fleet, and I think it looks really good. And the most recent ERJ-175 edition is going to be the Horizon Air Retro. This one looks really good. Definitely glad to have it. Definitely a unique color scheme palette, but overall it looks really good, and I think that they did a really good job on this aircraft. So definitely glad to have it in my collection. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Next, we have this Alaska Airlines Boeing 737-700. This aircraft has the winglets from GeminiJets. This is a really cool hybrid mold they used only a couple times in that 2019 range. So very glad to have this one. It's a really cool looking aircraft. Talked about wanting to get a 700 for a long time now. An opportunity finally came about. So again, really excited to have this aircraft. It's a really good one overall. I think it looks really, really good. So very glad to have that Chester. And then we have this Boeing 737-800 by NG Models. This is a really pivotal aircraft here. It looks really great. Used it many times at many different airports for a variety of purposes, and Alaska does a really good job with their the capacity base in the airport. So I know that has not much reference to what I said, but you know, you do have the 800s, which are they have quite a few, and then they of course have quite a few 737-900s. So really cool to have the 800 here. Took a while to get it. Well, actually no, I had the Gemini for a long time, then I sold that and got this one. So very glad to have this one. I think it's absolutely fantastic right there. Then we have the 737-800 in the Honoring Those Who Serve paint scheme. This one's really good. Really glad to have this one from NG when they did in October of 2020. I'm glad to have all of them, and apparently it's going to be going on a 737 MAX now, so definitely going to have to get that if a model is made of it, which I'm sure it will be at some point. Yeah, this aircraft's really nice. Certainly very glad to have it right there, and I think it looks really good. So very good job here by NG, and they did a very good job. And then I have not just one, but two Salmon People 737-800s, as you all probably saw from the unboxing video, why I have two of them. So thank you, Mom, for surprising me with the GeminiJets one before I got the NG, so that's kind of funny. So it is interesting to look at the two of these side by side, and I definitely am thinking about making a comparison video on them. So there's that one right there. And then we have the NG version, which is the one I opted for. Personally, I think they both look really pretty good. Color-wise, they're pretty similar, to be honest. So honestly, they both look really good, and I think they both serve their purpose very well. So as expected, NG's has some more magnitude, and magnitude's kind of the wrong word, but depth to the color compared to the GeminiJets version. But I think they both look very realistic to the real life counterparts. Overall, it looks really good. Very fortunate to have seen this livery several times already, and might have to get the Salmon 30 Salmon one day to what's the phrase I want to use? I'm thinking of to commemorate that livery at some point. So yeah, really cool to have these two though, and I think they look really nice right there, to say the least. Next, we have our 737-900s, beginning right here with this Alaska Airlines Boeing 737-900ER in the older paint scheme. This one looks really good with the blended winglets. Very fortunate to get to see a handful of these. They're really cool, so really nice. I've also seen some of them without winglets too, which is very nice. So quite a nice livery, but Alaska really added some color to it when they went, of course, to their current paint scheme. Here's the NG 737-900. Finally got this in 2021, which was really cool. So of course, it's been a very powerful asset at long last to have an Alaska 737-900. The GeminiJets one valued really well. Excuse me, I cannot talk. So finally was able to get this one. I used the 738 a long time for ABQ, so I'm for 737-900, or I used that one too. So very glad to have the proper one. It's been a huge asset, and very glad to have that. And one that I need to use a little bit more is the One World 737-900ER, which looks really great. It'll be interesting to see if they distribute these and deploy them on the MAX, the livery that is. So it'll be quite interesting to watch. But overall, this aircraft looks very good. I'm very glad to have it in the fleet. So what a nice aircraft right there. And just for fun, I will move that out of the way so you can get a little bit better view of it. So overall, it looks really good, and very glad to have it one in the fleet right there, to say the least. It looks really good. Then we have this Boeing 737-9 in the Honoring Those Who Serve livery. This one is also really nice. I love the color palette of the Honoring Those Who Serve livery. So glad to have it on all the aircraft. That was kind of the goal, and we filled that out very well. So very glad to have this one. Definitely would like to get it on the 737 MAX to recomplete that goal, if that makes sense. So overall, this one looks really good, and I'm very glad to have it here in the fleet. To say the least, it looks very good. Next, we have the 737-9 in the 100-year strong Boeing livery. I hope NG does this one at some point. This is my Gemini that I have, and it's still pretty good, but missing an antenna and the mold obviously makes for quite the combination. I remember getting this one when it came out too, just because I thought it looked cool with the silver, and I think that stacked up pretty well. So glad to have seen the special livery in real life and all the various other components that go with that too. So overall, this looks really good, and I'm very glad to have it. Next up, we have this Boeing 737-9 and this is in the UNCF livery. I think this one looks very good as well, and obviously the purpose is very important. So really cool scheme here, and definitely glad to get to represent this one here in the collection today. Again, really important. Looks really good. You got the various titles, of course, and how important it is to promote this subject. So good job on Alaska for doing what is right always. So really cool livery, and I think they did a great job having that there. I think it's very important. So good job, Alaska, with their very special liveries. Then we have this Boeing 737-9 MAX 9, excuse me. This aircraft's also really great. Very glad to have it. I think I got it from the Alaska company store, and it's proved to be a powerful asset. So very good choice right there. I think it was really smart to get it, and I'm excited for hopefully NG to do it at some point too. Would love to get a version from them. But nevertheless, we'll see if they do MAX 8, MAX 9, maybe both of them at once. That'd be really cool, but their plan's been kind of goofy lately. So hopefully by the time this video comes out, I'm filming this in February 2024, by the way. When this video does come out, hopefully they've improved it a little bit. We'll have to see. And last but certainly not least for today's video, we have this Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9 in the West Coast Wonders livery. Got this one in 2022. It's a really nice one. I love the whales on it. It looks really good. And of course the real life whale on the tail. So I think they did a good job making this livery. It has some nice variety to it. And overall, I think it looks really good. So again, glad to have it. It looks really cool. And what an Alaska fleet that we have here today. Really happy with how this collection has progressed. Let me know in the comments what you think of it, and if you'd like to see it go in any particular direction. And of course, I forget the Q400s. Darn it, I am so frustrated about that because I just lined these up and I didn't do a check to see if I got them all. So since I know exactly where they are, let's go take a look at them real quick. I'm so sorry. All of you are probably like, where are the dash dates? Where are the dash dates? Well, I do have them. So I'm sorry that they're over here on the shelf, but we have this Alaska Q400 right here in the normal livery. It's a great model right there, so glad to have that one. And then we also have the Horizon Retro that just got put in that 175. So really cool model as well. I'm sorry that they're not in the best spot, nor do they look the best. I'm just making sure that I didn't miss any other Alaska planes, which I think it was just those two. In fact, I'll bring those back to the table as we commute back over there. But I believe those were the only two that I missed. So I sincerely apologize about that. But nevertheless, it does happen to the best of us. So let me go ahead and throw those right there so that they are ready for the full collection video when we get there. But nevertheless, that'll do it for today's video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love what you do? My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.